All right, so this is going to be a little different than normal. I'm going to talk to you today about packing and getting ready to go on a trip. This isn't going to be specifically for bass fishing. This is going to be for when we go out west. My wife and I will do a national parks trip. But you got to believe I'm going to be having a fishing rod with me. So I want to show you some little tips I have for packing, what I like to bring, and a little bit of everything there. So first things first, got to have the rods. This one here, it's a 4-piece favorite rod. It's the Favorite Army. It's really simple to use. I like that it's got this hard protective case. You can see it comes out 4 pieces here. They just slide right together. Super easy. It's a good rod. So you just have to bring a rod and a reel for it, and it packs right into your suitcase, which I like. This one here, they make a couple different sizes, but this is the 7-foot 2-inch. You can see just a standard suitcase it slides right into. You don't have to struggle. Sometimes you have to wedge them in there. This guy, don't have to worry about any of that. With it, I am bringing just it's a favorite reel. This guy right here, it's a Jackhammer, it's a 2500. It'll fit right on there. So it's a good bass setup. But I like this. We're going to Washington State, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of the fishing off the coast. Maybe catch a lingcod or something. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know they can pull it up a decent fight. So that's kind of the setup I got going. This, I like that neoprene case that these Jackhammer reels come in, so it kind of gives it some protection. And I'm going to show you where I store this in my suitcase here in a little bit to really kind of drive home the fact that it's super important when you're traveling that you don't want anything breaking. That's the biggest thing. This check bag, it gets tossed around. It's really, it can be kind of rough on it, the airline, so you got to be careful. Then I have a fly rod. This guy here, one of my buddies, he lets me borrow it. Same thing, it's a 4-piece. This one has an even sturdier case. It's real solid. I don't know if it's aluminum probably, but it's light enough that when you bring it, you don't have to worry about taking up too much weight in your bag. You don't want to get over that 50 or 55 pound weight limit. You can see here, it's a little bit taller, but it still fits nicely across here. You have to do a little bit of an angle, but being solid like that, you don't have to worry about anything breaking. So then we got to talk about a little bit how I'm going to protect my reel besides this neoprene case, and I bring a bag of tackle. So in here, bring a little bit of everything. We got baits. I got a bunch of little Z-Man swim baits. I got some trout spinners. We got just kind of a mix and match of everything. So this time I'm not going to be out just specifically trout fishing. I'll probably do a little bit of that. They have something called a coastal cutthroat that apparently lives out in the Pacific Ocean that comes up the rivers. So I'm excited to try to catch one of those. But I got stuff for that. I got stuff for those lingcod. Maybe if we run across a bass, I'll even catch one of those. But this right here, it's got a little bit of weight to it. Make sure you bring a pair of pliers. Make sure you have a good pair of scissors. Depending on where you're at, you have to pay attention. Some of them don't have barbs, and especially in the national parks. So make sure you crimp those down on it. But like I was talking about, another thing I like to bring with me is that Lippert cooler. This guy, it's super convenient. I really like it because when we're out there, a lot of times we're staying in these national parks and we're in the park all day. And maybe you're out fishing, maybe you're out hiking, whatever it is, but then you come back to the car and you're ready either for a cold drink or what we do a lot of times is we'll pack lunch. So we'll either keep this thing full of ice and we'll have stuff like ham and cheese and mayo and all the mustard, whatever you want, kept cool in this bag. So the best way to bring this out there is actually pack it in here. So with doing that, it actually gives you nice added protection. I stuffed a couple sweatshirts in there already, but you see this is pretty thick. It's very padded, so you're not going to have to worry about having anything that you have is delicate. I would put that right in here. So I'm going to take definitely my reel. I'm going to take my tackle bag, that sort of stuff, and you're going to just kind of work it in there. I got another reel over here. That one's definitely going in there as well. That's usually the things that would have the most chance of getting beat up. So once I have that in there, I'll zip it right in like so. And at this point, it's ready to go. So I'll actually take this, get our rods out of the way here for a second, and it's going to get packed right in there, right around my clothes. So it fits in here nice. It's snug, but you have to work it in there. But it fits in there well. So I got all my socks and underwear up there. We got this, and I'll be able to pack the rest of it around it. And it works really well to make sure you have a cooler out there. Like I said, that Whipper cooler, it's really insulated, so a lot of times I'll put ice in there and it'll last 3-4 days depending on where we're going. But that's a little travel tip that not a lot of people do, but I really think it helps. Instead of buying, we used to buy a little cheap cooler, use it, and then we'd give it to somebody else as we were going to the airport. This is a way that I can bring it home, bring it back, and get a lot of uses out of it. So if you want to stay tuned, I'm going to have some fishing trips videos coming from this as well. There's going to be one. Actually, I'm taking a sturgeon guide out, so hopefully we catch one. We got a good video of that. I'll be fishing in Mount Rainier and Olympic National Park, so we got 2 there. And then I'm also, if you go back in time, there's Kings Canyon, Sequoia National Park. I did a little bit of trout fishing out there a couple years ago. I have one coming up from Glacier National Park, so it's a lot of cool things. If you want to get this cooler, in the description below I have a little link there. It'll take you right to it. So it's nice and simple to find. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great